Hey guys, so these puzzles here are called star battles. If you've seen a puzzle like this before, sometimes they're also called parks. And the goal, you can see that in this puzzle here, it's a 10 by 10 grid, so 10 in each row and 10 in each column. And we're looking for two stars. So this isn't the level of challenge, but this is the amount of stars that are required to go in every row and every column and every park, if you will, or every sort of area outlined by this thicker black ring. So in this area here, there has to be two stars. And in this bigger area here, still two stars in every row and every column. So as you go, you want to look for have to scenarios. So not just a could be, right? You don't want to guess because it'll lead to some situations where your eraser will become very handy, which happens often anyway. So, working in pencil, great idea. And you want to try to find places where a star has to go. So, when I play these, when I start, I like to look for sort of these smaller boxes when possible because oftentimes you're going to find have tos there. So for instance, in this little park here, we know that there has to be two stars. If I put a star right here, I wouldn't be able to put a star around in any of these other boxes because two stars can't touch in any direction, up and down, side to side, or diagonally. So a star can't go here and a star can't go here for that reason, meaning a star has to go here and has to go here inside of this little park. Then around those stars, we can put little dots saying that no other stars can go around either of these. Similarly, in this column, there's already two stars. In this row here, there's one star, so we need one more. So we can't kind of cancel out that whole row. Similarly here. So, however, in this little part here, this sort of thicker black ring here, we can see that there has to be two stars. And this whole column has been canceled out. So it has to go in these four boxes here, meaning we can't have a star here. We don't know where the star needs to go yet, but we know it has to go in those two. Or sorry, two stars have to go in some of those four spots. So then we can kind of keep going and I might look in some of these other smaller parks. So like over here, I know if I put a star here, it couldn't go here, couldn't go here, couldn't go here, couldn't go here. So we wouldn't be able to fit two stars in that park. So in other words, a star can't go here and for the same logic can't go here. So we have to have a star in this spot. Can't have stars touching it, so we can kind of dot those out. Now we have to have a star in one of these two spots. We don't know which one yet, so we don't want to guess, but we know that if a star is here, we can't have in regardless of which one the star is in underneath it, right? We can't have another star because it would be touching in a direction. Also in this row here, right? We already have one star, we have to have another, so none of these can be stars. Okay. So you can see how it's kind of starting a little bit to create these have to scenarios. I might go down here to this other smaller park next and say, okay, well, just like up in this park, the first one we started in, I can't have a star here because I wouldn't be able to put two stars in that park. So I have to have a star right here. Can't have any around it. So that means I have to have one in one of these two. Don't know which yet, but I know I can't have a star here because if I did, it would eliminate me from being able to put it in those two spots. That created sort of a little bit of a snowball situation where over here now we can't have a star here because we have to be able to have two stars. Don't know which spot, but we know a star has to go here and has to go here. So none of the stars can go in that row. This column now has two stars, so they can't go here, meaning this has to be here. Can't touch next to it, so this has to go here. And you can kind of see, right, how this would continue going. You could X the rest of those out, and it will create sort of a full puzzle with two stars in each row, column, and part. Good luck and have some fun.